Hey YouTube, this is Dean making another vid. If you like my content, please consider hitting the like button, so please consider subscribing, as it is very much appreciated. Okay, preliminary testing of polypore, Australasian polypore, sent to me by Jason over in New Zealand. I had a bit of a test of it last night and wasn't very successful. Yeah, it doesn't seem to take a spark from flint and steel. So let's give it another go. I did end up, as I tried last night, wouldn't take a spark. So I ended up charring a bit as well. So let's see if that will take a spark. I did cut the polypore off, some polypore off, and then tried that. Let's just try throwing some sparks into a big heap of it. Maybe that might help. And I know you can't see what I'm doing, but I am throwing sparks into it. Okay, it doesn't seem to want to pick up. Sparks are landing all over it. Maybe fluff it up a bit. And this is what I thought would happen, is it just turns into dust. This is what I tried yesterday. I tried fluffing it up. Again, it's not taking a spark at all. And I am driving sparks right into it. What I'll get you to do, Jason, if you've been successful with this, getting a spark, what am I doing wrong? Do you cut fine slivers off it? Do you just drive sparks into it like what I'm doing? Do you fluff it up? Do you char it first? Yeah, can you just let me know what you're doing that I'm doing wrong? Because this is not working at all for me. The other white tinder fungus I had looks different to this. It was it had a lot of open pores. Now I did try this as well last night, and I found it wouldn't pick up a spark very well either. Even charred. But I had to ember transfer and it picked up a spark really well then. But that's... And it's quite robust, but it does break up, obviously. See, I'm getting embers. Embers are falling all over that. They're just not picking up on it. Even charred. And what I had to do last night was this. That's getting very hot. But that's embered now, and that will grow into a significant coal, and develop into a very, very hot white coal, which is really good. One thing I didn't try, which might be interesting. And as you see, that ember, oh yeah. Now that polypore is on fire. That's what I didn't try last night. Okay, that's nice. So once you get it on fire, that's beautiful. Once it's on fire, that's working exactly the same as, even smells nice. That's working exactly the same as my other white tinder fungus. I would be able to blow that into flame, no dramas whatsoever. That's good, and it's not burning up very fast, and it's not going out. So yeah, successful in some ways. This would be good for solar. I love it for solar, and I reckon I could get that on solar as well. So maybe not for flint and steel, maybe regulated to solar. Fair enough. Okay. But yeah, Jason, if you've had success with this, tell me what I'm doing wrong, please. I'm always open to constructive criticism. Yeah, please let me know, because it is wonderful stuff once that ember gets going. Because that one in my tinder box there, in my burn box, is still going, and this one's still embering up too. So yeah, I shouldn't really burn it on a rock, because that'll end up changing the rock up. It'll soften the rock up. That is burning well, and that whole thing there, just that little sliver, would turn into, it's good for that. So yeah, fantastic, mate. I love it. I'm obviously doing something wrong with flint and steel, or it might not be the right thing for flint and steel, which is all good. It's all good all the time. We just have to adapt to these situations and work with what we've got. And if it doesn't work for flint and steel, I'm happy to go over to solar for it. Yeah, that's fine. That's no dramas. I carry a Fresnel lens, and a Fresnel lens would get that going, probably in about half a second. Probably as soon as I focus the focal point on it, it would it'd be instantaneous. And the only thing is, because the A4 lenses are so, the focal point's quite large, you'd probably get a very large portion of that ongoing. So yeah, and The charred stuff is good too because it burns very hot. But even driving sparks onto it, directly onto it, I couldn't get it to pick a spark up. It just didn't seem to work with flint and steel at all, no matter what I did with it. So yeah, anyway, I wanted to do some initial fooling around with this, showing what was going on with it, because I had a bit of a play around with it last night when I was doing my flint and steel practice, and I couldn't get it to work at all. As you saw, I cut a fair bit of it off, and then because I was getting frustrated with that, I ended up charring a little what I'd cut off into it, and that's what I played around with. But anyway, initial reports on it so far, and when you see this, Jason, please let me know if you've had success with this with flint and steel, and let me know what I'm doing wrong, and maybe I can change my technique, how I'm cutting it up or fluffing it or whatever. Anyway, thanks for watching.